All right, so we are correcting our EPB page 111. And I know for my friends in class, the smartboard's a little blurry, so I will read out loud to you what it says. What we did on page 111 was we were practicing capitalizing like proper nouns and that kind of stuff. So for 1 through 8, it asked you to rewrite each phrase, adding capital letters where needed. So for number 1, you should have rewritten New Year's Day on Monday. You should have capitalized the N in new, the Y in years, the D in day, and the M in Monday. So we don't capitalize the O in on because on is not a proper noun. Number 2, tornadoes over Kansas. You should have rewritten it and just capitalized the K in Kansas because tornadoes are not a proper noun and over is not a proper noun. This is not a sentence. You guys, is there end punctuation at the end of this? No, so these are not sentences. Then for number 3, Democrats vetoed bills. Now, for number 3, you should have capitalized the D in Democrats. We didn't go over political parties, but any political party like Democrat, Republican, Independent, you would capitalize those. So the D in Democrats should be capitalized, and that's it. Then for number 4, benefit for the Hope Foundation, you would capitalize the H in Hope and the F in Foundation. Because Hope Foundation, that's like an organization. You know, we kind of talked about businesses. That would be similar to that. So the H in Hope and the F in Foundation. Then we have number 5, fell across Ridge Avenue. So you would capitalize the R in Ridge and the A in Avenue because that's a street name, Ridge Avenue. Then for number 6, September at Parker School, you should have capitalized the S in September, the P in Parker, and the S in school. So are you correcting your APB page? That's what we're doing right now. Then for number 7, at Mesa State College, you should have capitalized the M in Mesa, the S in state, and the C in college. Then number 8, in the Forester Pavilion, you should have capitalized the F in Forester and P in Pavilion. It's kind of like if you go to a park and they have like a bench or a pavilion named after someone, or it's like a place, you capitalize it. How do we feel about numbers 1 through 8, 5th grade? How do we feel? Show me on your fingers. How did you feel? Okay. Yeah? Okay. All right. Let's move on to 9 through 13. So for number 9 through 13, you're supposed to underline each letter that should be capitalized in the sentence. So for number 9, you should have underlined the first M in memorial, the D in day, the M in Monday, and the M in May. Thank you. Then for number 10, you should have capitalized the V in veterans, or underlined, sorry, D in day, the T in Thanksgiving, and the N in November. And number 11, you should have underlined the first I, because first of all, you're saying I, and it's the start of a sentence. Then you should have underlined the W in Washington. You should have underlined the D and the C in DC. And that's it. Then number 12, you should have capitalized the T in the, because it's starting off a sentence. The F in falling and the S in star, because that is the horse's name, Falling Star, so that should be capitalized. And then you should have underlined the K in Kentucky and the D in Derby because that's an official event, the Kentucky Derby. So Kentucky and Derby should be underlined too, the K and the D. Then number 13, you should have underlined the M in Mr., the C in Chang, the L in Loss, the A in Angelus, the first M in Museum, the A in Art, and the W in Wednesday. So 13 had quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that you should have underlined. How do we feel in numbers 9 through 13? Show me on your hand 1 through 5. How'd you feel? How'd you feel? How did you feel? Everyone should be showing me. All right, hands down. Then for 14, 15, 16, 17, you're supposed to write a sentence for each topic. So number 14, you should have written a sentence about your favorite holiday. 15, a sentence about the names of 2 of your relatives. 16, a sentence about today's day and date. And 17, a sentence about your city and state. Who can give me an example sentence for number 14? Let's have Jack L. So my favorite holiday is Christmas. Awesome. Did you capitalize Christmas? Yes. Awesome. 15. Who can give me an example sentence for 15? Layla. Nice. Did you capitalize Landon and Hank? Yes. Nice. Then we have number 16, a sentence about today's day and date. Jack P. I said today's day and date. That technically works. Did you capitalize the beginning of your sentence? Oh, well, dude, capitalize it. Who has another? Yeah. Who has another example for 16? Addie.
The date is October 6, 2020, or 10/6/2020.
Nice. Did you capitalize the beginning of your sentence?
Yes.
Did you capitalize October?
Yes.
Nice. Who has an example sentence for number 17? Number 17, let's have Max.
I live in Lakeville, Minnesota.
Did you capitalize I?
Yep.
Did you capitalize Lakeville? Did you capitalize Minnesota? Nice. Nice job.
I put MN, but then I did slash.
That works. So when you did MN, did you capitalize the M and the N?
Yes.
Perfect. Nice job, you guys. How did you feel about 14 through 17? Sure. Okay. Awesome. Now, how are we feeling about capitalizing? Pretty good? Today's lesson, we're going to be talking about capitalizing the titles of things, like the title of books, title of magazine, that kind of stuff. So, we're going to get ready for that lesson.